sunny day in Europe. As you know, we're in Albania at the moment. Just going up now, it's about 7:15 our time here, 6:15 at home. I'm not sure I've done a review on the SH5 road. I know I wrote one out the other day on Facebook, and I might put up by accident. The SH5 is one of the old Yugoslavian roads, mainly used for military purposes, I think it were, or government stuff anyway, many years ago. But it's one of the passes that runs 73 miles, and virtually a few miles in from the Albanian Kosovo crossing up to where we are. But it's a mix of, but it's tarmac, but the tarmac is alright in places, but other places isn't. It's obviously maintained fairly well. There's cracks here than everywhere. There's quite a lot of rockfall that some have been cleared up and some still there, and it's two parts of the road away. There's like blocks along the edge, so well, hopefully if you hit them you don't go over. That's the theory behind it, I think. A lot of switchbacks, a lot of blind bends. It doesn't go up a mountain, it goes really round it. It goes up the mountain, but it sort of winds round it, so you gain a lot of blind bends. And you get Arctics using it as well. There's a bottling factory about halfway up, and there was 2 Arctics being filled up with bottled water at the time we were travelling through. And we encountered 2 Arctics. We saw one coming down, so I pulled over and he got past no problem without him worrying about trying to knock us off. The second one, we caught him halfway through a corner on a blind bend. Luckily enough, we saw each other quick, and it's not fast anywhere, so us being on a bike, it's really narrow. He got past, we got past, we were fine. You can't go fast on that road. I think 30 miles an hour is probably the fastest you can do. When you get to the bottom, or near the bottom part of the SH5, a few Czech Republic bikers with GSAs overtook us, and I thought they'd tag along with them, so we tagged along for about 10 miles. But as I said before, the road was pretty well, hardly events at all, with a little village, and there was a van on our side of the road. On the opposite side of the road, trying to reverse back. So me and these Czech Republic lads were getting past it, but there was a car in front of the van, and as the last GSA went past, he must have thought there was no others, and he pulled out on us, and we managed to get round him. Luckily enough, we were quick enough to get round, and he was as well. He was apologetic, just sometimes the way it is sometimes. But then we went up to a place called Puka. Now the road up there, as again tarmac, but quite a few of the sections is just completely broke up, and there's potholes, and there was hardly any tarmac there. It was slippy as anything, and then we eventually got up. But on the way we kept passing a couple of vehicles. One was like a minibus full of, I think, Indian people actually, and we'd pass and they'd wave, and they'd pass and we'd wave, and then we'd pass a group of either students or kids on a school bus or whatever. I'm not sure what it was actually. We'd get past them, give them a wave, we'd pull them for a rest, they'd wave back to us. And it was like that all the way through these passes. Wonderful, really wonderful. But it was there's not many places you can sort of pull over for water. There's a little village, I think, a part way down there you can get water, but generally there's nothing else up there. If something happens to you up there, then we don't even know if the signal was working up there. We'd switch the data stuff off the phone. We don't even know if something happened. We could get rescued maybe. The roads are undulating, as I said before. They've got this thing called overbanding. Basically, it's where they fix the tarmac in our country, but they cut it out where there's a crack and they fill it in. But in this case, they've done it, but a lot of it were missing, and it was right on the actual bends that you were like pulling to your left-hand side, where you had to keep close just in case someone would come around the other side. Sometimes you couldn't do that because the overbanding, if you tried to lean over on that, it was 3 inches wide, and sometimes it was about 3 inches deep as well. And if you hit that on a bend, you're going to come off. So it pushed in the middle of the road. Lucky enough, nothing was coming. But I mean, the experience was fantastic. I loved it. It was really, really good. She was a bit scared, I think, because sometimes she was trying to film stuff. Because I couldn't do it. My helmet camera had gone flat. And we ended up, next thing, we're in the dip. And she's up in the bloody air and she's holding onto the bike and that. So it was scary for her, really, more than it. It was up in around as well. But hopefully I've got some footage I can show you. Or I may have shown you before I've talked about this, I'm not sure. But anyway, we're going through Montenegro. We booked a night in Dubrovnik, which is Croatia. Been to Dubrovnik before, went on a cruise. We've got a few of Dubrovnik's money, so we don't need to go and use our euros or anything like that. Montenegro's euro, and Albania, where we are at the moment, has their own, I think it's lek, or lev, I'll look at. But they do take euro. And if you've got a currency app, you can work it out easy. They won't rip you off, they're really good at it. And it's not bad. It's about, for their beer, it's about 4.5% proof, Albanian beer. It's not a full pint, but it's pretty strong, and it's just about £1 a bottle, so it's not too bad. And the food was okay. Well, I think it cost us £7 or £8. I'm surprised though, because when I did some research a few years ago regarding coming through Albania, I bet it's about 10 years ago now, I think the price of fuel was about 40 pence. I've checked it out now, especially at this petrol. There's a petrol station belonging to this complex, and it's £1.20 a litre, which surprised me actually, but it's the way it is, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah, more. All coming through the border as well. No insurance, nowhere to buy insurance. One border pass between Kosovo and Albania. There's usually two, and then there's a section in the middle called no man's land. Well, I call it that. But nothing at all. So I think Montenegro should be okay without insurance, because if they're using the euro, they must be part of the EU. Well, our room's got a nice big balcony. It stretches around here, which is sort of the side of the building, around here to the back of the building. Quite big. Right, there's my wicking top. Got washes today, it's dry. There's my wicking pants. Washes today, dry. They're not too bad. Little bit damp. They're definitely damp. Sharon's stuff gets dry. Socks again. The stuff that isn't wicking, that's dry. That's wicking. Things that are not wicking aren't dry. And it was quite warm yesterday, so never mind. We've got enough clothes to get us through, and they'll dry out as we go along. Sorry, as we get to another place, we'll hang about to dry in Dubrovnik, and that'll be hot. Well, our journey takes us that way today, and I think it's that way the road runs. Montenegrin border's not that far, to be honest with you. I think it's only a few miles, if that. Then we've got about 109 miles to travel today. So we'll take our time. We'll stop in Montenegro somewhere, and we'll carry on then to Dubrovnik. Right, last night we ran out of bottled water. Well, I did, I should say. Shel's got a bit left. We've got a little tiny fridge outside of us. We had 2 bottles when we got here. We took them, only a third of a litre or something daft like that. Went into reception, nobody there, couldn't get water. And I thought, right, okay. So I did a bit of research on Albanian water, and it says people are saying, yeah, it's safe to drink. It's up to you. It's but you'll get like the Foreign and Commonwealth Office saying, well, don't really drink it because it could poison you. Health and safety precaution. Anyway, so to combat that, I decided before I set out that I'd bring me soya filter. So I've got water at the tap. I put the soya filter in. I've been drinking that last night. I've used this filter before anyway on rivers and streams, so I've been okay. That in our country, that is. I've been okay with that. So anyway, I'm thirsty. Lovely. Bit warm, but otherwise. That's just me. But anyway, if you go and travel abroad, it might be worthwhile taking a little soya filter. They're really tiny. Comes with a bag, comes with a straw. There's a certain way of drinking it, which is big, massive arrow saying this way to the floor. See that there? Flow. so you can't really go wrong. Then talking about what I said before about the battery, it's showing red already, and I've only been filming for 2 or 3 minutes. I'm just hoping that my batteries can survive, otherwise I can't document anything.
Billy, you're wetting everything. Coming up, is it?
Border within about 10 miles from the hotel, which I knew it wasn't that far away anyway. Hopefully it's going to be straightforward, this one. I don't think we need insurance for this place anyway. I'm sure it's part of the EU. I've not really checked, but they do have the euro inside here, so I'll top up and it looks like it might rain, so I'll just get all the stuff together just in case it does. I'll just pull over and just throw my jacket on and my overgloves as well. Right, let's get through this border. Water. Well, we're in Montenegro. We come up the border. There's some really nice smooth tarmac and some smooth roads. We pulled up at a petrol station, got some fuel. It's Euro here. But it's a bit confusing, I think. It's Euro. It must think it's in the European Union, but it's not, because we had to pay insurance over the border again. I think €10 for 15 days, so I'm not that bothered. But the funny thing is the woman who served me, she was sort of on a big couch knitting, and then when she saw me, she jumped up, and then she ended up writing this insurance out. So border officials knitting. Anyway, we're on the Adriatic coast here, going along towards Croatia. We stopped off here for a photo opportunity with the bike and us. Look at all that there. Oh, I know. I swam in there, but further over when we came here last time on a cruise. We didn't go to Montenegro, we went to Croatia. Little island there with all them buildings on it. Down there, that resort is stunning, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Now we look behind me, the mountains. Looks like it's going to rain. Just forecast rain, but in Albania. So hopefully we're at front of it. I think we are. It's alright, then let it go through, but you can check it. So this is I just got to the hotel in Dubrovnik called Hotel Sumrati. I think it's pronounced like that. Lovely. It's a bit dated like, but it's nice. There's a lot of things that looks as though they're happening around here. Between 2 to 2.5 miles away from Dubrovnik centre. So I'm going to try and get a taxi down there. First of all, I'm going to move the bike road to the side because I'm actually taking somebody's car space up. Right, we're all showered up and nice and clean and sparkling, so I just got to catch the bus. I've just got some information from the reception downstairs. It's a number 6 bus we want, and it's apparently maybe 100 yards away from where we are. Takes us straight into the old town centre where we're going, every 10 minutes as well, so... That was easy enough. Catch the bus within 100 yards of where we're staying. Works out just under £2 each, return. And we get off at Old Town, which is, we've been before, so we knew what it was. Yeah, I know it was. Drinking water here, I'm going to try some. Why not? Alright, unfiltered.
I onaj kad ti on reče da je to pripada kako meni nosi.
Back to our hotel, we'll drop some stuff off and we'll go and have a few drinks, I think. Down this street, now it's gone dark. Right outside of the door.